Who says Christmas songs can't be fun? We got Florida Georgia Line today, lit this year. We're going to show you how to play it. Stick around. The bars are all packed and everybody wants to go. We're going to get into it. I got this guitar tuned down a half step. You're in E flat on this thing, and you're going to start out on the D. You're only going to run through a cycle of 3 chords on this. Now there is a couple little variations, and I'll get into the variations that you might hear in it. To start it out, it starts on the D. Starts on that D, and before I forget and I get too far out of the way here, sometimes people do ask about strumming patterns, and I do overlook that sometimes because I don't really look at strumming patterns as a mechanical up down thing. I see it more as a rhythmic thing with your right hand, and almost like you're playing the hi-hat on the drums. Say you're keeping rhythm with your right hand, but it would be like this. That's how it goes in the verses. And in the chorus, you're going to basically continue that same structure from the D, G, A. So that part is basically the same thing. One, it'll slide up and it'll walk to the A. That's what I did there. Basically, all I did was out of my G chord, I just walked this low E string up one more note, and then when you drop back down to your A, that's your next one here. So you're just running it in order from that G. Now that's what they do on the record. If you listen for it, you'll be able to hear it there in the chorus, and in a couple different spots it'll do that. It'll kind of walk it up. It's primarily the bass doing it, but if you're playing it by yourself and you really want it to sound like the record, I recommend that you do it, and it's really not that hard to do. It's just adding in one little thing, and it just makes it sound a little bit more like the record and a little bit more complicated. And it actually is part of the vocal. It's not 100% necessary, but it is a small part of the vocal. You can get by without doing it. Alright, the only other thing that you're going to have in this song is the bridge section, just before it goes into the last chorus. And basically what you're going to do on that is you're going to go back to the A. You're going to go back and forth between A and G, and then you're just going to get back to the chorus and how the rest of the song is played on a loop. So starts out with the first line of it is that I ain't never had a drink with Santa part. So I ain't never had a drink with Santa, but if he shows up here tonight, it better be his last stop, 'cause he won't be good to drive that Christmas only thing lit this year. There's old pimp and the eggnog, and that fridge is full of cheers. When I first heard this song, man, some of these lines had me rolling in here. If you haven't looked up the lyrics to this one yet, there's a couple lines in there that are just pretty smart and pretty funny. So a lot of people don't like Florida Georgia Line. They say, you know, they're too pop and stuff like that. And I can understand it. I can see where people are coming from. But if you look at some of the content and some of the ideas that they come up with, I think you could probably have a little bit of a different appreciation for them. I know I do, because I know how hard it is to write songs and how hard it is to come up with clever lines, and actually how hard it is to get a laugh out of a song. I mean, it's done so much on country radio sometimes that you think it's easy, and it's something that's really not that difficult to do, but it really is hard. So it takes some brain power to figure it out. So I hope that helped you guys today. If you got any more questions on it, you can let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to try to help you out with it. But really pretty straightforward song and super fun. You could try to play this one around some relatives on Christmas and whatnot. I don't usually get into a lot of holiday music myself, but this one's definitely an exception. So I hope you guys have fun with it. We'll catch you down the road.